Morning, Abotai, Erev Shabbat Shalom. Since Sefer Vayikra has many double parashiot, especially this year, last week was a double parashiat, Hazira Metzorah. This week again, Acharei Kedoshim, and in 2 weeks again, Parashat Behar Bechukotai. So some halachot and minhagim that are associated with double parashiot, it's very important to know. First of all, the minhag that the poskim bring down is that anytime that there's a double parashiyah, Revi'i, the fourth aliyah, serves as a bridge between one parasha and another, which means you give every parasha its own 3 aliyot, Rishon, Sheni, Shlishi in the first, Hamishi, Shishi, Shvi'i in the second, and Revi'i is the bridge where you cross from one parasha to the other. Specifically, you should not stop in aliyah at the end of one parasha. On the contrary, we look to combine the 2 parashiyot together through aliyat revi'i, or technically any other aliyah for the matter. Revi'i just makes more sense. Now, that's with regards to the parasha. With regards to the haftarah, the minhag Yisrael has become, since, first of all, what the inception of haftarah was, the Gemara explains in Masechet Megillah, that the Romans at some point did not let Am Yisrael study Torah. They didn't let them read the weekly parasha, and therefore instead of the weekly parasha, they found something similar to the parasha with a similar theme in the Navi, and they read that. A minimum usually of 21 psukim, 3 psukim per aliyah. We have 7 aliyot on Shabbat, times 3 is 21, a minimum of 21 psukim, unless the matter in the Navi is complete before that. There are many haftarot that are less than 21 psukim because the matter is closed before that. When we have a week with double parashiot, the minhag has become that the haftarah is read for the second parasha, not for the first. Now, what's interesting is Parashat Acharei Mot Kedoshim among the poskim is the most complex, confusing minhagim with regards to which haftarah to read on the Shabbat of any other Shabbat of the year. If you look at the Rama in Siman Tav Kaf Chet, the Rama brings down the minhag of Ashkenazim. There are 3 potential haftarot that can be read when Parashat Acharei and Kedoshim are separate and when they are together. The prevalent minhag of the Ashkenazim this week is to read the haftarah of Amos, Perek Tet, Halo kivnei chushim atem li. However, according to the Sfaradim, the vast majority of the poskim, the Kaf HaChaim and others in the Ish Matzliach, it says the same thing. The minhag of the Sfaradim is that this week, when Acharei Mot and Kedoshim are together, we read the haftarah of Yechezkel Perek Kaf. You look over there, Ve'ata ben Adam. Different. There is one other opinion, but I'm not going to mention it, not to confuse anybody. In any event, Ashkenazim and Sfaradim, that's their minhagim. If you mix up, which sometimes happens, sometimes in shul, on Shabbat morning, people are mixed up, they don't know what to do, they read one. As long as you read a haftarah that is legitimate according to one minhag and mentions a theme that is present in Parashat HaShavua, you are Yotzei Dechovah. Not only this week, any week. Let's say in a Bet Knesset of Sfaradim, they read the haftarah, and they read instead of reading the haftarah of the Sfaradim, they read the one of the Ashkenazim, and they made the brachot already. Yotzei Dechovah. Why? Because at the end of the day, you mentioned something that is found in the parasha, so that's not a big deal, but just to, it's best to prepare beforehand to see which is the one that is most mat'im, that is most appropriate for that parasha. Have a wonderful day, and Shabbat Shalom. This evening, the early minyan for mincha is at 6:15 upstairs in the penthouse. Please make sure of that. And down here at 7 p.m. in the main shul. Have a wonderful day.